Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm the GQ Jedi. If you're not already subscribed to me, blast the subscribe button down below so you don't miss any valuable Star Wars content. Guys, I am back with another Stan Solo review unboxing. That's right, Stan Solo is back at it again. He has just released 2 new action figures for the Vintage Kenner Star Wars line. And if you guys don't know who Stan Solo is, he is a tremendous asset to the Star Wars toy collecting community. He is a custom action figure that makes figures that blend in seamlessly into these Kenner figures. They honestly, you put them in the mix and you can't tell what's what. They are perfect specimens. I absolutely go crazy for the Stan Solo action figures. I've done a number of reviews on his stuff, so if you guys have some time, make sure to go back and check out all of my other reviews on all his other action figures. He's also made a killer Bantha and a very sweet Ubrikian 9000 Landspeeder. One of my personal favorite toys of his that he's made the entire line. A superb vehicle that goes great with any Tatooine setup. But today I wanted to show off 2 new action figures that he's made. He has made a holiday special Boba Fett, a figure that, well, it's the plastic version of what we saw in the cartoon special way back in the day. It's a beautiful figure, had to pick him up, and he also has made a brand new Jawa, different than the vinyl cape and a slightly different version of the OG cloth robe Jawa. And I wanted to pick both of those up and I wanted to show those off to you guys today. Plus I got some other goodies in the box. It's always a good day to open up some Star Wars toys. So with that being said, let's get into this box, guys. So guys, as I said earlier, started down the Droids line. I have 2 action figures in my possession from the cartoon line, and if you guys know, I'm a huge fan of Stan Solo. Absolutely love the stuff that Stan Solo makes. All the figures I've ever gotten from him are just nothing short of sublime, just beautiful pieces of artwork that fit in seamlessly into the original Kenner line. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm very excited to start down this road to collecting the original Kenner line of Droids figures. But being impatient that I am, I couldn't help myself and I had to secure these Droids figures. I had to see what Stan Solo was up to. Get my hands on, get my hands on some of these action figures that Stan Solo is making from this old cartoon line. Eventually, I'm going to get C-3PO, the original Kenner one, but man, who doesn't want some cherry pie mint action figures? So here we are with the Droids 1985 version of C-3PO. This is just absolutely gorgeous, this figure. Nothing short of spectacular. Stan Solo absolutely knows how to recreate any figure that Kenner has already made. And of course, I've done several videos on his custom action figures, and each one of them is just beautiful. And like I said, I'm just a sucker for Stan Solo stuff, and seeing as how I've started down the Droids line, I wanted to get R2 and 3PO to try to, just kind of reinvigorate me, get me primed up to go down this road and chase these original versions down, because they are quite pricey. And I need some inspiration, so I had to give me some Stan Solo versions. And as you guys can see here, it's a beautiful piece. It is stamped with an SS for Stan Solo, which is awesome. Very cool. Gotta love the fact that Stan Solo always stamps everything. Something like this will never get sold on the market for posing as an original. Stan Solo does the collector a great service by stamping everything with an SS. I truly appreciate that. Can't sing his praises enough for being a legitimate businessman in this toy community. He's a great asset to all Star Wars collectors that are into customs, and I just truly appreciate everything the man does. And this box actually came from John. John works with Chris here in the States, and John is quick with the shipping. I mean, it's amazing how fast I can get stuff here in the States from John. And thanks, brother. I appreciate you sending me this so quickly. But just look at this 3PO, guys. awesome. And if you guys don't know, this is a removable, what Kenner did back in the day is they took basically a removable limb C-3PO and gave him a paint job. So that's exactly what that's what this one is. I don't really want to take this guy apart. I want to just leave him as is because he's perfect. I know that it'll come apart, and I'm not really interested in doing that. The old saying, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Well, I'm not going to fix it. I have no intentions of taking this figure apart, none whatsoever. This is absolutely gorgeous, and like I said, I had to do it, guys. I'm going to get C-3PO and R2 original Kenner figures, but I just had to get them. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I've never held, this is the closest I've ever gotten to holding a Droid C-3PO. Didn't have these figures as a kid, and having them now, even as a stand solo version, is just kind of taking me back to the mid 80s when these things were on the shelves, seeing the cartoons, super cool. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I've watched the cartoons, the whole thing on Disney Plus, and they're goofy, they're wacky cartoons, but they do jog some memories, seeing glimpses of them back in the day. So having these figures kind of ties that back together. It kind of really just sews the thread through and through that those were cartoons back in the day. Now I'm holding a toy representing those cartoons, and whether I play with the cartoon toys back then or not is immaterial. It just instantly takes me back to that time and being a kid. And that's the magic of these action figures. I simply love getting new action figures, guys. So that is our C-3PO. And it wouldn't be a complete pair if I didn't get his companion, good old R2-D2. Wow. And I'm going to be honest, guys, I wanted to get these because these are mint. These are cherry. They are perfect specimens. Getting a Droids R2-D2 is with a sticker like this would, first off, good luck. And second off, even if I could find one like this, I would probably pay $1,500 just for one this nice. And it would have to be graded most likely. Just getting a sticker like this is impossible if it's original. So to have this cherry, minty, looks like I just took it right off the card back, is just awesome. I had to do it. And couldn't say no. I'm a sucker, man. I'm a sucker for nice figures, and to get some of these old figures mint like this, who can say no? And I'm gonna be honest, even if I never even got the Droids figures, I decided, you know what, I'm not gonna chase the line down. I'd be stoked with just having these two right here, these stand solo versions. Like, this is awesome enough. And long after I've chased the originals down, still gonna hang on to these. Like, I love having multiples of figures, as you guys know. So having 2 extra droids in my collection isn't gonna bother me in the slightest. And as you guys can see, this R2 is just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And if you guys didn't know, Kenner took a pop-up R2 body and they stuck a new decal on him to match the cartoon look of the 85 show, and they repainted the dome. But the inner workings of this figure are the same. Of course, it does pop up, the lightsaber, and this thing can get just, this lightsaber, it's a pricey little thing. If this was original, this would be a pricey thing. And this can be lost in the carpet and go up a vacuum cleaner just as well as an original. So still got to be careful with these lightsabers, guys. They are they're treasure. You gotta hang on to them. I'm so stoked right now just to have these two. This is just a beautiful thing, absolutely beautiful. The Droids pair, R2-D2 and C-3PO, stand solo version, does not disappoint. Good God, these are amazing looking. I got lucky because he was in the great heap, so to speak. He's no longer sold, and I was lucky enough to get one. They found an extra one lying in a box somewhere, and I just so happened to to get on it and found it and was able to acquire it. I do believe he is no longer in production and long gone since sold out. And 3PO here is, I'm gonna be honest, he's not far behind. I'm not even sure Stan Solo still has any more of these Droids C-3PO action figures. But that's precisely why I got on it. I didn't want to wait any longer. Once I knew I was going down the cartoon line, it was just no brainer for me. And like I mentioned before, I have 2 of the Droids action figures, and I am going to go down that road and collect them all. So yeah, this is just, I had to do it. Like I said, I wanted to have these in my hand and kind of just fuel the fire. But man, they're mint, so I couldn't say no, guys. I couldn't say no. Absolutely could not say no. Absolutely gorgeous, these 2. C-3PO and R2-D2. Man, this is a trip. This is a trip right here. I'm always blown away at how well Stan Solo makes these action figures when he recreates what Kenner's done to a T, straight off the factory line. I mean, this could have been in a box and never saw the light of day, and you know, here it is. I mean, you could be fooled, but again, that SS doesn't have to do that, and he does, just to make sure that there is no funny business. You know what I'm saying? These will never be mistaken for the OGs, but on close inspection, you know, on a cursory inspection in my collection, you would not know the difference. You'd be like, oh my God, where the heck did you get a mint pop-up R2 Droids figure? I mean, like I'm trying to tell you guys, this is no joke. This sticker is, I don't want to say never, because then that puts it out of the ballpark of reality, but to get one this clean, you'd have to get it graded, and it would have had to have been torn off the card back and immediately put in acrylic to get one that fine. And I'm telling you, it would probably be $1,500 to $2,000 to get one this nice, prior to being graded, of course. Once it was graded, the price would go up substantially. Anything that's graded goes up, which I'm not into graded, but such as it is, that's how bad these things are. You know, they're sought after, and they're no longer made, obviously, and they're the end of the Kenner line. So these things are just you know, if you're into it, you're gonna want them, and you'll comb the ends of the earth like I'm about to do to get my hands on the real deal. But like I said, it's pricey, so I just wanted to get, you know, kind of scratch that itch, you know, just scratch that itch a little bit by getting the Stan Solo versions. I had to. What can I say? And as soon as I was getting these guys, I decided to get a few more extra little biddles, and so I did. I got the Droids version of an R5-D4. Check this guy out. How awesome is he? So basically keeping with the same motif. So this basically is a custom because Kenner never made an R5-D4 figure besides the one that came in the first 21 pack. So Stan Solo has done their own version and kind of applied a cartoon Droids-esque aspect to this figure. So now I have my own very own custom Stan Solo Droids cartoon circa 1985 version of R5-D4, which is just super cool. Super cool. This is going to go great in my displays. Just a beautiful figure. Keeping with the R5-D4 motif. Head clicks. You hear that? Oh, that's beautiful. It swivels so nicely too. And again, with these decals, man, just mint. I just love it. I love it. Like I said, I had to get it. I love action figures, guys. I'm all about the playsets, the ships, the vehicles. But for me, my heart lies in the figures. Oh, the figures. Always the figures. That's Star Wars to me. That's really where the bread and butter is. And so getting figures like this is just amazing. I'm so giddy right now having this in my hand. It's just truly a magical thing. And I just, like I said, I love, if you guys have seen any of my Stan Solo review videos, you know what I'm talking about. And if you've bought Stan Solo, well, first off, if you haven't seen my Stan Solo videos, you've got some viewing to catch up on. There's several reviews I've done on Stan Solo figures. All of them are nothing but short of pieces of artwork every figure that he's ever made. I don't own them all, but I own a good portion of them. And I'm always blown away by how well these are made. These are factory made. It's literally like going back in time and unearthing old Kenner stock. That's how well these things are made. They're like identical. They're beautiful. And again, I love that Stan Solo has done this, made a droids version of an R5-D4. How freaking cool is that? Damn, that's cool. Absolutely love it. And like I said, I had to get one. Just why not? I mean, he's going to go great in my display. Love droids. Stan Solo has made a ton of astromech droids and a ton of R5-D4s. And like I said, I have a bunch of them. And if you guys own any, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. How awesome are these things? So, like I said, I just had to do it. I had to do it. And you know, if I'm gonna order 1 or 2 figures, I might as well order. You know, get a few of them. You know, get a few of them. The more the merrier, as I say. And every day that I can open up Star Wars action figures for me is a good day. This definitely takes any mediocre or bad day I've ever had upside down and flips it on its head and replaces it with some childlike joy. And that's what Stan Solo does for me. Brings back some childhood joy. So thank you, Stan Solo, for making such an awesome figure. All of these are nothing short of just spectacular. And I love that I got my own cartoon droids line going here now. And like I said, even if I didn't track these original OGs down, even if I didn't do it, I'd be happy, man, just having these because they're so perfect. So like I said, guys, it was a must-do for me. And that's not all. As soon as I went there, I had to do one more thing, and I had to get the Stan Solo Boba Fett. As you guys know, he has made a few Boba Fetts and more movie accurate for Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. I've done reviews on those. But Stan Solo has also made the holiday special Boba Fett, which is this guy right here. How cool is that? Absolutely gorgeous. Wow, I love the colors. Just beautiful. Jesus, Okay, so if you guys haven't seen my other video on Boba Fett, the new ones that Stan Solo's made, this is basically the figure. It's got a different scheme. One's an Empire Strikes Back version and one's a Return of the Jedi. And each comes with their own colored cape. They have different color motifs. And if you guys have seen the original holiday special from back in the day, this is what Boba Fett looked like. So Stan Solo has decided to make said action figure and make a holiday special Boba Fett, which is just awesome. And of course, it wouldn't be a complete situation if it didn't come with a jetpack and his blaster rifle. Gosh, this is taking me back to the cartoons, guys. Unbelievable. I'm so jazzed right now. I got super giddy holding Boba Fett here. This is just awesome. I love Boba Fett. Who doesn't? And to have this version of him is just perfect because Kenner never made. I know some people like to fold this cape back here like that. I kind of don't. I'm kind of a goofball. I kind of like having it open like that. I kind of don't like. I don't like wear on my toys, even something that's intended to fold back. So you can fold this back underneath here, and it'll display better. And I probably will at some point, but I just don't like to do that. I like to kind of my other two Fets are. I don't believe I've folded the cape back over. I just like things pristine. Call me OCD freak show. That's fine. I've been called worse in life, but God, this is amazing, and I love the blaster rifle. This is true to the cartoon. This is a beautiful thing, guys. This is absolutely a beautiful thing. Kenner never made this figure for the vintage line. They never made a holiday special Boba Fett. It wasn't until I think maybe Hasbro might have made one. I'm sure they've made everything under the sun, but as you guys know, I don't collect Hasbro. I don't bother with that stuff. I only collect vintage Kenner and the customs that are in the vintage theme, like Stan Solo, who in my opinion is, I'm going to be honest, I think he's the best custom maker out there when it comes to Kenner Star Wars action figures. They're all factory made, and they're nothing short of just perfection. And so I had, like I said, this is just a dream right here, holding a holiday special Fett. And as you guys can see here, it's included a sticker, which gives you an idea of what it looks like. Super cool. Another little like just fun gem that Stan Solo throws in. I'm just so stoked, guys. Holiday special Boba Fett figure, never made by Kenner, and here it is. Just I'm losing my noodle right now, guys. Like, this is so freaking cool. Like, this is just epic, absolutely epic. I can't believe that I have these in my possession now. This is just beautiful. Like I said, guys, I'm like a little kid right now, with holding this Boba Fett here. And of course, SS stamped on the bottom. Again, no one's going to get confused because, like I said, this figure's never been made, so it's not like anybody's going to confuse this with something else. But man, oh man, this is just awesome. Holiday special Boba Fett. This is actually brand new, this figure. This is brand new. This is like straight off the line for the most part for Stan Solo. I'm sure a lot of you have never even seen this figure. And like I said, I wanted to get it because it was something that I wanted for my collection, and I wanted to get it so I could show you guys what Stan Solo is up to. He just keeps churning out some serious classics. I mean, he goes up to bat and he just cranks it and knocks it out of the park every time, and making stuff that we want. We want this kind of stuff, and I just dig that. I dig that. The man is in tune with what collectors want, and he goes out and he makes it, and then he delivers. And that, my friends, is what it's all about. Man, this is definitely the way. That's all I'm going to say, guys. This is an exquisite action figure. Love seeing, again, the droids, the two droids were made before. This was a Stan Solo creation custom. This is a Stan Solo custom creation. But Kenner would have done this. Had they stuck around, I think, they started doing the droids figures. I think they would have churned out a Boba Fett holiday special at some point. Never got around to it. And, well, it doesn't matter now because now I've got this. This is so awesome, guys. So freaking awesome. And if I was done, I would be happy. But we've got one more, guys. We've got one more. Stan Solo also has a brand new action figure that's out. And of course, I had to get my hands on that too because, well, I'm a sucker for Stan Solo stuff, and I always like to keep current with all the goodies, man, all the cool stuff that he makes. And here, Stan Solo has made a cloth version of a Jawa. Check this out. If you guys are familiar, he has made a vinyl cape Jawa that he's had out for quite some time, but now he has made a cloth version with a different color scheme. I think this is more akin to what is in the I want to say either the Mandalorian or the Book of Boba Fett. I know the Jawas, there's different variations that we see in the show, and I think that's kind of what inspired him to make another version of the Jawa. And I love that it's cloth, guys. Like, this is just awesome. And if you guys know, Kenner made a cloth version. And then they made the vinyl cape. Well, first they made the vinyl cape Jawa, and then they realized that was not cost effective, so then they reverted to the cloth. And so the vinyl cape is, more rare, more expensive to get nowadays. So it's nice to have both versions of Stan Solo's version of the Jawa. I have the vinyl cape Jawa, which he actually included in the Bantha purchase. He was nice enough to include one. For a lot of us that had, made the first run of Banthas. So I know he has put them back out on sale. If I'm not mistaken, there's a second run of Banthas going. So guys, go online and check it out. Get a Bantha if you haven't already. Hopefully they're still around. But like I was saying, it's beautiful to have both versions. I'm going to try to put this gun in here. Hold on a second. Apologies, I was trying to figure out which hand would go better with this blaster, and it seems like, first off, I'm just loving the fact that I've got a little Jawa in my hand right now. I love Jawas, I think it would probably be best, I'm guessing, yeah, thinking the right hand. It's kind of, I will say, he's having some trouble holding on to the blaster, which is kind of a bummer, but maybe I'm doing something wrong here. I feel like the hand is not holding on to this properly, or maybe, like I said, I'm just an idiot. In any case, there we go. Perfect. So, I just love it. I love it. I love the Jawas. And he decided to make it gold, which is just a, you know, a fun toy custom maker choice. And you know, just it's a variation. This is a variation. Again, not going to confuse this with Kenner. No chance in hell, because the cape's different, the hood, and it's got a nice, dare I say, gray body to it, with, of course, holes for foot pegs. And if you guys can see that, SS stamped. So again, not that you have to be an absolute clown to confuse this with Kenner, but to the untrained eye, I guess for the new collector out there, you might not know. But so yeah, guys, this is awesome. I love getting Jawas. They're so cool. And so like I said, these two right here are basically brand new Stan Solo figures. These are the freshest things off the factory for Stan Solo, and I had to pick them up. Love Jawas, and I love Boba Fett. There's just never gonna not want Boba Fett. And I don't have all the versions. Stan Solo did make a Comic-Con version of Boba Fett for the Comic-Con. It's like a special convention type event, and so I don't have that one, but I have all the other ones. I have the Empire Strikes Back, I have the Return of the Jedi, and I've got this one, and I think that's it. I think that's all the Boba Fetts that he's made, and every one of them is just beautiful, like I said. But this one, I'm gonna be honest, guys. Out of everything in this lot of figures, this is probably my favorite. Not just because he's Boba Fett, but I just love the colors. The color scheme is really just. It's just doing it for me, guys, in a big way. And of course, I love the cape. Sucker for the cape. Jesus, this is gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. So, guys, as you guys can see, this has been a great day for me. Pop-up Droids R2. We got the Droid C-3PO. We have a Stan Solo True Custom Droids version of an R5-D4, if they ever made it. Jawa, and a holiday special Boba Fett. Just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, Stan Solo doesn't miss. Always delivers the goods. Just, man. I love it, guys. I love it. I hope you guys are digging out on these figures. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? Are you going to order these two? Like I said, these are brand new. These two, he's pretty much a sold out figure from what I understand. This one's long gone from my knowledge. I think I just got lucky and they found one, and I kind of clued them in that I wanted one, and I just got lucky. So I don't believe this is for sale at all anymore. I think this is, like I said, been discontinued for some time, and I just happened to be lucky and get one. So I do appreciate Stan Solo for combing the earth to find me one and actually delivering me one, which I was not expecting. So thank you guys very much for making this big kid happy. And then this guy right here, just a fun little true custom to add to the Droids cartoon mix. And then of course this cartoon version of Boba Fett, just awesome. Such a great haul. Like I said, I wanted to share this with you guys. I love getting figures, and I love showing you guys off what the goodies are. And I think I'm gonna put these in my displays. I only have one shelf for the Droids line of stuff, and it's not as decked out as all the rest of it because it's really just figures. I don't have ships and vehicles and stuff yet. Well, I have the A-Wing, I have the Droids A-Wing, but I don't have the ATL Interceptor and the Side Gunner, which I'll get at some point. So it's kind of more of a figure display, but I'm going to put these guys in there and I'll show you what it looks like. And I have put my new Jawa next to the other Stan Solo Jawa that I got. As you can see, he fits in beautifully with the rest of the clan, tribe. And I just want to note that the gun is actually created by Trash Compactor Customs. Trash Compactor Customs teamed up with Stan Solo to design that new gun, which is pretty sweet. As you guys can see, the threading on this robe is a lot thicker than per se maybe the OG version of the Jawa. So it's a true custom. And as you guys can see inside, he's got little red eyes, which is also a nice little detail. Pretty sweet, man. You can never have enough Jawas. Thank you, Stan Solo. And down here we have my unofficial droids shelf. This is a work in progress. As you guys can see, I do have some droids figures back there, George Usat and Thal Jobin, some card backs, and a bunch of Return of the Jedi figures. And I have this glorious A-Wing. And so this is where the droids action is going to go. I told you guys I've started down the line. And here's the new additions, the Stan Solo 3PO and Pop-Up R2 with gorgeous holiday special Boba Fett. Man, he's awesome looking. And then, of course, the Stan Solo custom droids version of R5-D4. These guys look beautiful in here. I do love them, and as you guys can tell, they all blend in seamlessly with the rest of the Kenner lot. Like I said, this shelf is a work in progress. Those are my first two droids action figures, and these are my unofficial placeholders until I get the real deal. So the hunt continues, guys, but it's nice to have some Stan Solo gems to keep the rest of my figures company. What do you guys think about these action figures? Leave me some comments down below. Did you order them? Are you ordering them right now as we speak? If you haven't, I have included a link down below in the description for you guys to do some ordering, get your pre-order on. Do some shopping. It's always great to see what Stan Solo's making. Check out his catalog. Maybe there's some stuff that you forgot about or didn't even know that he made. He's got some other stuff coming out the pipe, so do check out the website. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give the old like button a thumbs up to support the channel. And if you've not already done so, blast that subscribe button and hit that notifications bell so you don't miss any valuable Star Wars content. And remember, collect or collect not. There is no try.